I know what my audience like. I did some independent films with Master P. A lot of those movies did really well.
I'm ambitious. I'm a hustler. I have my own lane.
That's the thing about comedy. You wake up every day, you don't know if you're funny that day.
Yo. What up? I'm just reading. I'm catching up. Hey, welcome to the program. Welcome back to the program. It is Wednesday. It's a live show. Welcome to Let's Go Live with Lamont King. I'm Lamont King, and we are live, so let's go. I ain't got no spinach in that too. Good to see y'all, man. It's been a minute. First timers. This is something like a podcast. We do each and every. Hopefully, we're scheduled each and every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, 6 p.m. to 7 East Coast time. Shout out to everybody on the West Coast watching right now. I see you, and worldwide. This was scheduled. Trending topics, hilarious commentary, celebrity guests, and special. Interesting people. Yes. I think I'm back to normal. I think we're back. They gave us another Wednesday, man. Hey, you keep on, like Joe Madison said, keep on living. You're gonna get some back-to-back Wednesdays. Broadcast live once again from the newly remodeled, twice remodeled actually. They did some work in here recently. Drunken Fruit Studios inside Tiny Closet Command Center.
I don't care if it is a closet. You still looking mad official.
I actually got a chance to hang out with the Drunken Fruit people this weekend, man. The whole staff was in the market doing a market visit, making drop-offs and recruiting and doing samples. It was a big deal. Go to the website, drunkenfruit.com. Summertime is coming. Got to do something different. Can't do what you do all the time, every time, man. Father's Day is coming. Good gift ideas and just refreshing adult candy ideas is what it is. Spell it right. Don't play around. Hit the thumbs up while you're here. At the top of the video, I see, we may have lost some people. We'll get them back. It's been a minute. We've been off for a week. I apologize. Let's see what happened. A lot. I see Haynes. Peanut Gallery, what up? Haynes says I only got 2 PTO days left. Here's the thing. Since the P in TO is paid, I don't think that applies to me. Hey, I think I just get TOs. And I'm on my Naomi Osaka. You know what I mean? If I don't feel 100 mentally, then I'm gonna sit this one out. So there's that. Because the criticism, it's the criticism for me. Sometimes you just can't take it. You know what I'm saying? And not even if you can or cannot. That's been the argument this week. We can talk about that too. Not even that if you can or cannot take it. Sometimes you just the fuck don't want to. You understand? There it is. So this past Monday, we were on standby because of the holiday, which I used to protest because you know, I lumped it in with all the other white man's holidays until I did some research recently. And that research was confirmed last Saturday by Dr. Greg Carr about Decoration Day, May 1st, 1865, when black soldiers, Civil War soldiers, and ex-slaves dug up their war dead from a mass grave and gave them individual and proper burials, and invited school children and community people and from far and wide. And they did it for 3 years. And then guess what? The last Monday in May 1868, Congress instituted Memorial Day. So we were off in honor of the new black holiday. We get a couple of them back to back. You got Memorial Day, then you got Juneteenth, and then you fast forward to Labor Day. So there's that. So that was Monday. So I haven't seen you guys since last Wednesday. I appreciate y'all, checking in on fam. Friday, I don't know what happened Friday. It was craziness. The weather, I don't know. Who knows? So long ago. But good to be back and good to see y'all. Let's see here. I had to make comment to something on here I just seen. Jay Elite and Haynes, what did y'all do in your spare time? What did you do at 6 o'clock the other days? Where's this place of which you speak that you no longer have tolerance for? Did y'all go to somebody else's live show at 6? Who else has a live show at 6 Eastern time? Do tell. And what's wrong with it? Can we all crash it one day? Can we just join it? All right. Oh, Alpha Bomber. What? Yeah, where was this? Where was y'all at? Wait a minute, let me see. What y'all talking about? I'm gonna figure it out. All right. So anyway, I need a story and excuse, something for the missing time. Okay, I got one for you. I'll come up with something, and I'll make it good too. I will make it good. A couple stories I want to talk about today. Respectability politics. What the fuck is respectability politics? I'm just recently, in the last couple of years, coming to this phrasing. There's a lot of phrasing that I got to update. I'm a very antiquated individual, and I've been told that my language, can be toxic at times, and there's certain things I don't understand about the way the world works. And oh, wait a minute, hold on. There you go, right there. I didn't even see you. Hold that thought. Put a push pin in that. Let's go out to the West Coast, live and check in with Haynes. What's good with you, folk?
Let's go.
What's up with you?
Yeah, man, I thought you ran off. What was good with you?
Chilling.
I'm glad to hear it. Glad to see you.
Yeah.
Because Karen Hunter had said you wasn't feeling good. I thought you had that Rona.
Yeah, nah.
I know you running from the vaccine.
Yeah. No, I'm not running from the vaccine at all. Don't put that out there. I'm in full support of COVID vaccinations. Let me state that clearly.
Did you get it and your arm was hurting? You couldn't host because your arm was hurting?
I'm in full support of COVID vaccinations. And beyond that, I'm not in support of sharing my medical history because my job, human resources, told me I don't have to do that. So I'm in full support of the COVID vaccine. But no, Friday, what happened was, I woke up in pain, and I was, damn, what's that pain? And then I went to the doctor, and they said, you're getting old. And that was it. That was pretty it.
Okay.
Yeah, they said after a certain age, shit happens. You get old. And that's pretty much it.
Huh?
Yeah. That's something like that.
Well, you asked where me and Jay Elite, what we were talking about, and I wanted to fill you in because you might have a little story. Do you know Speedy?
Yeah,
from
Foxhole?
Jamie Foxx's homeboy?
Yeah.
So he's got a show in the studio and everything, and he goes every day.
Oh, nice.
And so, but stuff has been, like some people used to. But the service has kind of been spotty, and so we was just talking about how the internet been crashed like 4 times for him.
Oh,
but it's been happening a lot.
Got it.
And well, I called to see if you had a story you could share with me and Jay Elite and the rest of the gallery If you got a Jamie Foxx story or a Speedy story, because he gets he got some shine on some other shows. You know, he got a little reputation on some other shows. I just wanted to know if you had a story.
Let me
you was out there with him.
Let me think about that. I never crossed paths with Jamie. However, I used to be on the Foxhole. So yeah, I used to when they were in the very beginning, and I'm sure you probably listened back then. When it was like 8 people in the room. And they used to do it. They used to do it weekly, and I used to get invited. It was really, it was his manager, and then Speedy. It was Speedy and friends, because Jamie wasn't in there that often. Jamie came in later because Speedy was losing control of his own show. It was like Speedy's Neighborhood or something, and Comedy Corner. Yeah. And so Speedy used to host a night at a club called Mixed Nuts in L.A. So when I first got there, he was one of the first. Yeah, he was one of the first people I met, and allegedly he's supposed to be like cousins with Jamie or something like, or with Jamie's manager. And so I had a publicist, and the publicist was like, "You need to meet this person, this person, this person." So long story short, I used to go up there, and you know, once you go into an environment like that, a little private environment, and you're vouched for by certain people, you can pretty much crash it. So I would just show up, and so I got on there maybe a couple times on the mic, but I was trying to break into radio at the time, in LA radio. Speedy was also on the radio. KJLH. He was on the morning show. He was the other guy. And yeah. And from what I remember,
I never heard that story.
I believe he was on KJLH for a little bit. But when I was there, it'd be Louis Dix, Claudia, Clayton Thomas was brand new. Johnny Mac. Yeah. Poetess was still there. Greg, I think Greg passed away. Greg Shelton was the producer. Yeah, and Clayton Thomas was brand new to town, and he used to have that room on fire. He was like 21. He had just got there, and he used to put his foot in that show. So I used to sit in the room. So it was in Jamie Foxx's office. So in his office, you come up, the elevator will open, and you would see the all the awards, BT awards, and whatever in a glass case, maybe a Grammy. I don't know if did he win a Grammy or something like. But I was there one time. I was leaving and he was coming in, and he didn't really speak. The elevator opened. They was in the room doing the radio show, and he went to the other half of his office. He had on aviator shades and leather, and then Val Kilmer. I rode down the elevator with Val Kilmer. And that was it. That's my Jamie Foxx story. That's as close as I ever got. Seen him. So
that's a cool story, and I appreciate it.
Yeah. Little something. I appreciate you for checking in on the God. You know what I mean? What is Speedy show on? Problem. What's Speedy show on?
YouTube.
Oh, okay. I might have to check that.
It's called Rollout Digital. Is their page?
Oh, okay, that's what's up. I may have to check and do some recon.
Like I said, I'm talking shit.
Yeah. It's all good.
You ain't missing nothing.
It's all good.
That's why I flip over here. That's why I fuck with you.
I appreciate it.
All right, bro.
All right. West Coast Haynes, y'all. Let's see. What y'all talking about? Jay Lee says, I don't remember hearing you on the Foxhole. I've been a fan since 2007. Yes, because we're talking about 2006. Oh. The judges were looking for 2006. Yes. So there's that. Oh, yeah. What else? I think that was it. Okay. Oh, y'all talking stocks and all that. All right, yeah. So where did I leave off at? I said the push pin. I had said push pin. What was I talking about when I had said what I had said? I said the push pin. Let me check. Y'all remember? All right. Until I remember, I'll keep it moving. A lot been going on, man. Just over the past week, you got the cicadas out here, man. You got the AMC pump and dump on the stock market. Doge Crypto is going crazy. Whenever I talk about money, I always have, for some reason, the West Coast voice comes on. But yeah, Doge, crypto going crazy today. The tech companies and the markets, all the markets is on fire. I don't know, man. I missed the AMC situation. And you know, this is when I wasn't really understanding, didn't have a whole grasp of what they were doing with the short selling and the pumping up. So when GameStop happened in December, January, and they were like, AMC is next, it didn't register. Even though they said it didn't register. So I was looking back today. For those who don't know, big time hedge funds and aggressive traders are pulling the same move that happened on GameStop with the company known as AMC that runs movie theaters. Don't be fooled. Do your research. I'm not giving you any tips or insight. I'm just telling you, do your research. I'm giving you, catching you up for the news of the day. Basically, some announcements came out about people returning to theaters, and they're like, AMC, so we're back. But AMC and in-person theater going, that's not going to be the move. I think the population at large is used to having their content delivered to their home. So the theater thing is out of the question. But what you're seeing today is a pump and dump. Hedge funds got caught trying to short and unload millions and millions and millions of dollars worth of shares. And the same crew of people, type of individuals that stopped the shorting of GameStop, he did the same thing to AMC today. So much so that January 4th, I went back and looked today, January 4th, AMC was $2 a share. They forecasted then that this would happen. But as you know, trading and investing is a gamble, so nobody can pinpoint the day. But today, stock went up to $70 at one point because there are people jumping in, driving the price up, while the hedge funds are trying to short and drive the price down. So there's competition going on. But if you see the headlines, that's what it's about. So, but just imagine, let's do some simple math though. At $2 a share, January 4th, if you'd have just bought, I'm talking to myself, if you'd have just bought 100 shares, that's $200. And in the day it hit 70, and let's say you were savvy enough to hit your strike price at $70 and say, I would sell at $20. What is that, a call, a put? Sell at $70. That's $7,000 off a 200 flip. That's better than blackjack. It's actually kind of the same, 35 to 1 odds. Man, shout out to everybody that did it today or made anything. That day trading is not for the faint of heart, but shout out to everybody that paid attention and really been cluing in. I saw an article earlier today. It was talking about the tech entrepreneurs and tech investors or whatever. It's the new frontier, and it's a lot of young people really navigating that space and pulling money away. And when I say pulling money away, I ain't talking about showing me your portfolio on Twitter and here's my positions and my account is worth I'm up 250,000. You're not up anything until you cash out, fam. You got to cash out first, fam. I've been talking trash all day, man. Until I saw somebody post a account they had like 1.1. You ain't got 1.1. Cash out. Let's give up that 27% capital gains. And then that 13% whatever salary range you in. So let's get that 40 off the WAP. Move that. I'm all about cashing out, man. I was talking to somebody about the stocks the other day, and I was like, I keep hearing y'all talk about this money. Nobody's cashing out. Oh, that's because you hold. Well, then you ain't got that money then. Because if it crash, you short. I want to see somebody say, I just cashed. Hey, look here, man. I just cashed out and paid off my student loans. And I'll start from scratch with another stock. You got Bitcoin when it was 8,000. Cash out, fam. Let that money move. Let it free. Set that money free, fam. I'd like to hear from you, though. Hold on, let me put this number up. If you made some money today, let us know. 765, let's go. Once a live show. Don't trip. 765-538-7461. Let's talk about it, man. That was pretty interesting. A little bit later, Monique and Respectability Politics Bonnet Chronicles. We need to talk about it, man, because I'm lost. I'm antiquated. That's what it was. Push pin. That's what it was. Old school, man. I was told recently that I need to, good friend of mine who's been on the show. He's in big time in the Midwest universities, diversity and inclusion, man. And me and him always pick his brain all the time because I be trying to figure out like what, respectability politics. What is it? Why do I keep it? I'm learning these few words in the last few years. Intersectionality and inclusivity and respectability and identity politics. And so I want to talk about that today with this Monique situation. I want to get your opinion on because I look on the internet, man, another one. I only picked those stories that got us divided 50-50. And this is another one that's really halfway down the middle. But let me go through these real quick because these are from last week. And we never got to them. Did y'all hear that Ellen leaving the country? We briefly touched on it, but I got to read y'all what the move is. Because I just read the headline last time, but I didn't really tell y'all what the plans is. So real quick, if you watch Ellen, I don't know if you know, it's about to be a wrap for her. But she plans to leave the country after her show. And the way the article, this from last week, says she got no choice in the matter. And I was like, well, wait, what's that about? You only do that when you're on the run, when you're on some Russell Simmons. And you're only on the run if you think that there's likelihood that somebody could snatch you up for doing something. What did you do, Ellen? Because all the scandal that came out last year, you said you ain't had no parts of that. So why would you leave? So anyway, multiple media outlets were reporting that her and her wife, Portia de Rossi, are plotting to leave the country soon after. It's either Australia or bust. De Rossi was born in Australia. That's a good cover. Go home with your wife. Was born in Australia and has dual citizenship both there and in the United States. The power couple who were married in 2008, power couple, are reportedly looking for a quieter life. Just an hour from Melbourne. Okay, I can see that. When you got that kind of money, maybe this is normal. Maybe there's no scandal here. When you got that kind of money, you can just be like, I'm sick of the U.S. There's nothing keeping me here. I don't have any, any ties. DeGeneres revealed she would be ending her once successful daytime talk show following allegations last summer of a toxic workplace bullying and harassment. Though she insisted that wasn't why she was walking away. That's interesting. I don't know. This could be nothing because she's in her 60s. Who knew that? Could be nothing, or it could be the smoking gun. Said they bought a $15 million house in Montecito that they sold for $11 million 2 years ago. So you just took a loss. Okay. Oh, all right. That sounds like fleeing to me. And they used flee in the headlines that I saw last week. So I thought that was interesting, but I wanted to cover that. Maybe y'all had some thoughts on that. I thought that was interesting. Real Housewives of Atlanta star Candy. This is old too, but we still gonna touch on it because ain't nobody talked about it. Shout out to Pinky Cole down there from Baltimore's own. Pinky Cole down there in Atlanta doing it major big with the slutty vegan. Karen Hunter had her on a program, and she released the interview on YouTube the other day, and I was watching it because I'm there too. And I was like, man, that business model is a beast. It's a monster. But then you have this in the same city. Real Housewives of Atlanta star Candy Burris, Atlanta restaurant, Blaze is the name of it. Temporarily shut down, fails health inspection over handling of raw food. All right, so listen. Come on, man. It shouldn't be this hard. So I work in a government situation, and we were required, because we give our food to the less fortunate, required to get our food handlers. I'm food handler manager certified for 5 years. It wasn't rocket science. A couple things you gotta really be well at. One is washing your hands. Come on, man. It's not. And I got my license before pandemic. I'm sure there have been some adjustments that really enhanced the sanitation piece. But it's really not that hard. And this is what happens, man. This is, again, respectability politics. All these lead into each other. Come to find out, it was one of her employees that was mishandling raw food in the kitchen. And I think it was a relative. I read some story somewhere that it was a relative. And it's like, man, you got an upstart business. Again, you got money. You can just throw a business up, make a restaurant, put your cousins in the kitchen, and you really, you helping out. Or do you not? I always had this dream of opening up a Chinese food restaurant, and we had number white cooks and servers in the kitchen, just because that's not what you're used to. And I get tired of seeing the soul food spots, the Asian soul food spots with the Mexicans in the kitchen. I'm like, huh? How does that work? But yeah, how do you draw the line as to what direction you go? You gonna put family in there that's unprofessional and untrained, or you gonna go and get the little white girl college students and piss everybody off because you're not hiring black? So anyway, the restaurant was found in violation. Wait a minute, can y'all read this? Okay, yeah, let me go back. Found in violation after mishandled raw food. The couple owns and that's old lady. She got her and Ty got 2 restaurants, and I heard the other one had similar issues. The first violation they found is an employee was working with raw food without washing their hands. Come on, man. That's on page 1 of the manual. The report says the food handler touched raw oysters and raw salmon and then proceeded to handle ready-to-eat leafy greens with the same gloves improperly. That's called cross-contamination. I passed with a 98%. Moving from raw food to ready-to-eat foods. Oh, there they put the word right there. I didn't even see that. I was talking before I read. Moving from raw food to ready-to-eat foods is a source of cross-contamination. That's the term. So they verified what I was saying. So I know what I'm saying. Candy's restaurant lost another 4 points for failing to have procedures of supplies in place for employees to follow, use when responding to vomiting or diarrhea events that involve the discharge of vomitous or fecal matter onto surfaces in the food establishment. Whoever wrote this article really doesn't like them, because just hearing any of that, I'm not going. You just ruined it. I don't even know what any of that mean or whether it happened, but that sounds bad. They received a rating of 55. I don't care what scale you on. 55 is always low. Oh man, I feel sorry for them. Hopefully they'll be able to fix that out. All right, let's go down the hall, Studio G. Immediate fact checking. Mr. Clarkson, welcome to the program. Go with you.
Hey, what's going on, bro?
Long time no see, champ.
Long time no see, man. Hey, there was a whole thing at the beginning of the pandemic of songs that you could sing to wash your hands to properly.
Yeah, right.
Star,
Right.
you can find your favorite song
2
and
minutes.
you would sing it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I don't understand anyone, failing the food lights. My father, of course, had a restaurant for the longest. And I had a food handler's license at like 15. Like, it's not that hard, man. It's really not that hard.
Right.
So yeah, that's the crazy thing. Back to Ellen real quick, and I guess this is where I need to punt to you. If she leaves the country, can she still technically produce shows in the United States?
That would be smart. She got enough money she has enough money to pull off whatever she needs to pull off.
Right. So
she may not even have to. She produce it there, license it, and then whoever wants it picks it up. That would make sense.
Because the reason why I'm asking is because at the beginning of 2020, she inked a major deal with HBO Max for a set of 4 shows that she was going to do. And it was packaged underneath the fact of course, you could watch it now. So there was a show that she had called Ellen's Home Design Challenge.
Okay.
First Dates Hotel. She had this is about to be dead, a children's animated series called Little Ellen. And of course,
yeah.
Then there's a show in development, a docuseries called Finding Einstein. So I think this is about to be I don't know if that's going to even fly with the fact of these sexual harassment allegations that are flying around and everything else. This is not also to continue, consider, okay, there's the talk show. Then she has the game show too. Ellen's games.
And then with them game shows, once your name's on it, it's on it. That's reason enough to move.
Well, yeah. Then I was gonna say the other thing too that she's produced was Little Big Shot. She's the executive producer on Little Big Shot as well too. And when Steve Harvey got into his trouble, they made that move to move from her to Melissa McCarthy. So I'm wondering what happens to all of these shows. So
yeah, what's the one Tiffany is on now? Because Tiffany is in line for her show. What's her show? Kids say the darndest things or something.
it's basically a Little Big Shot.
Oh, that's Little Big Shot.
That's Little Big Shot.
Oh, so Tiffany's under Ellen's umbrella already.
Correct.
Oh, well then she in there. That's a win.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a win.
So yeah, it was the whole thing of that show was, basically create like Kids Say the Darndest Things, but with talent. And then Steve Harvey had it for about 2 years.
Yeah.
Then, all that, how that all went down. And then it moved to Melissa McCarthy, but now Tiffany Haddish has it. So hopefully hopefully Tiffany's able to hold it, or they're able to kind of release what that production looks like on that end. So that's my question to you. Can she still produce these things out of the country? Will they tap her for money if she's found any type of lawsuit?
I would go with just a guess. I would say yes. Money talks. Bullshit runs a marathon. If she's making somebody money, she will be protected.
Yeah, there it is. There it is. That's my facts.
All right, Mr. Clarkson, ladies and gentlemen. All right, coming in hot, our New York bureau chief from All Fun and Games, John Watson, ladies and gentlemen. What's good? Would you?
I don't mean to fact check the fact checker.
Okay.
But Tiffany Haddish is definitely Kids Say the Darndest Thing. That's on ABC.
Oh, so it's not the
okay. What was the other show? The
Little Big Shots.
Little Big Shots. That's NBC.
Okay.
With Melissa McCarthy. That's like a summertime show. I'm not sure when Tiffany's show comes on, but I think it's actually current. Like it runs year round. But y'all was talking about the kitchen stuff. Fam,
yeah.
In college, again, I went to school for hotel and restaurant management. Man, we had to get HACCP certified. That was a class, and HACCP is Hazard Analysis Critical Control Point. You had to get that certificate. Basically, it's like wash your hands, fam.
Wash your hands, fam.
It's wash your hands. Wash your
with that. Yeah.
Right. Wash your tools. Wipe down your area. When you finish with something, wipe down and move on. Switch gloves. Like just because you. Another thing I used to always, because I used to work in kitchens. Just because you wearing gloves, man, it don't mean everything you do is now clean. If you still touching raw steak with the gloves, and you move on, you gotta take the gloves off and put on new gloves because they touch the raw steak and they go grab the vegetables and potatoes with the same hands. It's like, well, I got gloves on. No, fam, but the gloves got the issue on it.
The worst is when you're in the spot when they taking care of business in a real way. And then they go and take the money and they don't even change. I'm like, fam.
They swear these gloves are like impenetrable to disease and whatever. It's on the gloves. So yeah, I mean, I don't see who trained these people, man. But that's
what I'm saying. But if you open a spot and you got the money to do it, you want to help your community? Are you putting cousins in the kitchen, or are you getting them trainees, them real ones?
No, I'm getting. Unless my cousin went to culinary school, or they did it. Like you got to learn. I can't just throw you in there. Like, listen, the one thing I promise you I would never do again is be a guest of someone's home or what have you, and like if they let's say, oh yeah, the meal's almost done, blah blah, and sit in the kitchen while they do it.
Oh no way.
I'll never eat.
No.
I'll never eat.
Too many habits. It's too many unconscious habits.
Too many habits. I remember watching one time. I'm not even I don't know why I got caught watching this. AOC was doing a live on Instagram. Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez was doing a live. She was in the kitchen cooking.
Oh.
And she got the chicken and flattened and then she turns around and goes for the seasonings and everybody in the lot, and she's talking about policy and we did it or whatever the hell she's talking about. Everybody in the line's like, yo, wash your hands, fam. How you gonna touch the chicken, the raw chicken, and go touch the cabinet doors and the seasoning? It's salmonella all over your kitchen, fam. Everybody's like, wash your hands. I'm like, I don't want to watch anybody cook. I can't. I don't want to know how it's made.
That's private and personal, and people don't realize, because them seasonings, everybody, you touching it when you ain't cooking. So that little seasonal joint, that joint greasy anyway on the outside. You know what I'm saying?
You put a black light to that seasonal, and see everything moving on that. That's why I can't front. I do it now. I keep hand sanitizer. I mean, off of 2020 alone, but I keep hand sanitizer as one of the items that sits on my sink side in the kitchen. And when I'm done, as I'm cooking and I'm done, using the seat, I just put that joint down and I wipe off all the seasons because I don't always remember what I touched when I was touching chicken, man.
Now, Haynes was saying, how about wiping off everything with the rag all day? There's a restaurant that I've seen where that's what they do. Subway.
With the same joint, right? Yeah.
They'll take it and, they slice the bread or whatever, little breadcrumbs, little lettuce, and they take that and wipe it. And I was in line one day, this years ago, and I was in line, and I was like, don't do that again, though. And like the fifth time, I'm like, not one more time.
Please don't do it when it comes to mine. Please don't do it when it comes to mine. Please don't do it when it comes to mine.
Fam. And it's little stuff, too. This is one I hate. You be at like a, spot where they really cooking, like a Chipotle and you see the Bama behind there, and he give you one of these. I'm like, oh, no. Not the sweaty forehead.
First of all, even if before he wipes the forehead, I'm like, please don't make sweaty forehead be the dude that's gonna get my joint. Because one droplet.
The one drop rule.
And that's right.
It's ruined though.
I started thinking about the movie Outbreak or damn Rise of the Planet of the Apes and just see the spores.
Especially now though. But that's and now look at this restaurant. I'm like, a year ago, 2 years ago, you might have got away with that.
Maybe, right.
But so now the scrutiny is on a level.
Was it that they had an open kitchen? Like, how did they get popped? Like, or they just had to.
Probably health inspector came through and was like,
First of all, how you gonna have the health inspector in there and not be on your A game?
That's what I'm talking about. But she wasn't there. She probably wasn't there. But he probably thought he was really jazzing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Orders. I put the 6 orders. Who is the 6? This is order 6, and put them and arranged them, and then put the little horseradish in the middle, and then went and grabbed the little spinach, the little garnish. You know what I'm saying? And they was like, I'm
telling you, fam. I worked in a local establishment. Let's just say, name TBD, and one time sometimes it depends on the night of who's working that night.
TBD is the name?
No, name to be determined because I'm not going to say
I thought it was the Buffalo Depot.
No. I'm just not going to say the name.
Okay.
But man, they was I was in the kitchen on the night that the B staff was in, in the kitchen. And like, I was just seeing all kinds of mishandlings and just like, or the dishwasher. The dishwasher just had an attitude that night. So he was barely running them. I was like, yo, fam, you're not going to, like because like the dishwasher is a real quick machine. You put it in there, the 3,000 degree heat comes in, blasts your plates and whatever, and it comes out
hot. Yeah.
And someone's like this, boom, boom. I was like, that wasn't long enough, fam. That wasn't long enough to get the disease off the plates.
My training manual said sterilize. You know what I mean?
Nah, but he was just on one. He was on attitude that night, so he ain't on. You know what I mean? I was like, yo. For now, and it was the dishes that got me. I was like, for now, because I would work there and get let me get an order or whatever, my employee meal. Yo, put my joint in the plastic, fam. Yeah, just put mine straight from the pot to the plastic. I don't want nothing to touch no plates.
Rachel in Ohio said, how about when you get a coffee and the lid is put on and touch all over where you drink? You be in the Starbucks. You be like,
they be like,
King? No, that's not. I don't know who King is.
No, they hit you. They press it down and then they give it a little rim job. They give it a little, give it a little rimmer.
Make sure that it's King. No. Jones. I saw Jones over there. I'll take Jones. Be drinking something you don't even drink.
Right.
They'd be like,
these guys out of control, and nobody's watching them. Nobody's watching them, man. Nobody's watching them.
And you figure that in a pandemic, it's the scrutiny. You gotta be aware. And you a new restaurant too. You know they gonna strike you.
You know they get right, and you got a celebrity name attached to it. They waiting. They waiting. You gotta be extra careful, fam.
That's why I say shout out to Pinky Cole over at Slutty Vegan. I haven't been there yet, but man, she's winning. She's running.
Slutty Vegan.
The joint down in Atlanta, the vegan spot with a cool name. Her grandmother's recipes.
Okay.
She went to business school, Clark Business School. She ain't a cook. About to open up her second and third location. They gave away like $5 million to kids in Atlanta. Like she's really She's out of here. So
I ain't
yeah,
been in Atlanta
And
so long.
right.
Right.
So that's the same city. So that's why I say the comparison. She need to follow that business model. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So you see your girl Ellen about to call Russell Simmons to get some real estate advice.
Now he came out. Where is he? Because he was just talking shit last week about
I'm pretty sure he's in an undisclosed nation. Wherever he is.
I thought he was in Bali or Bora Bora.
He's in wherever the extradition laws not apply, apparently, because last I saw her from him, he popped up on either Method Man or Redman's FaceTime phone call when they was doing the verses.
Oh, I missed that one.
Did you see the verses?
I didn't see that one. I didn't see that.
He was like, hold my phone. He's like, oh, Russell Simmons. And they put him, they did like, hey, look, Russell Simmons on the phone.
Feds was like, okay,
yeah, right. He was like,
we need to subpoena Method Man's phone,
right? Ping, ping. You know, they was getting latitude and longitudes off of their phone. But yeah, that's the last I've seen of Russell Simmons in the flesh. Yeah. He is somewhere not to be found. So I'm like, Ellen about to give him a call. Like, where you at, fam?
Hey, why not? I got a quick Russell Simmons story. I stole a move from Russell Simmons many years ago. We were at an event.
Wait, what move? Hold a second, man. We might not stop recording on this one.
Yeah.
Right.
No, he was smooth. This was a celebrity. It was finesse. So, he was all yogied out. Mm-hmm. I'm standing next to him. Like people coming up is after the event. It was like a seminar. So people coming up, take a picture. Oh, real sick. Can you take a picture? And he'll just be like, yes, and walk away.
Hilarious.
So the first time I seen, I was like, oh, that was weird. Oh, damn, he played him. And then the second time he was standing there, and they were fumbling. This is years ago, so they fumbling to get the little little box camera out, right? So it wasn't selfie time. Mm-hmm. And they was like, can we take a picture with you? He was like, yes. And while they trying to get today, he just dips, move off. And then I realized you can never say that he told you no.
Right.
He you know what I'm saying?
I'm so sorry. You were too slow. I'm so sorry. You were too slow.
Yeah, I was there.
I was ready, but you weren't ready. So I'm sorry. I'm a very busy man. I'm a very, very busy man.
I was like, that's brilliant. You killing the game with that. You can never say that he was a bad celebrity or a mean guy. And I started doing it, and it has worked out for me greatly.
Okay.
Yeah, that's a move.
You out there getting picture requests in these streets?
Well, there was a time, but just say,
sure. Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah, and then just
right.
Disappear. Yeah.
Right.
Wait. What do you mean?
You gotta be ready, baby.
Yeah, be ready. All right, there it is, y'all. John Watson, All Fun and Games. See you Friday, sir. Back at it.
Yes, sir.
Just warming up. All right, let's get to this this convo real quick. That was great, Russell Simmons, by the way. We may have to have a Russell Simmons Fauci off on Friday. We may have to do it. Let's see. I'll say the Vivica story for Friday too. We've been holding on that for a week, but it was interesting. But no, let's go right to Monique. All right, so here's my issue. Here's my question. Here's my quandary, if you will. Feel free to call 765. Let's go once. A live show. We're on live today. We're back. So a couple days ago, Monique, chose violence early one morning, and went to Sydney and was like, "Hold my camera, fam. Hold my phone." And she did a video, I guess, addressing something that was on her heart. Baby. What was she called? My babies. And she, she woke up and gave a little soliloquy and regarding Black women and how they present themselves in public, specifically pajamas and bonnets at the airport. Set the internet on fire. You hear me? An age-old argument, because in there she slid in there to sagging pants and showing and young dudes showing their underwear and blah blah blah. Right, so it got a little divisive on the internet, and people really was going at her. It was a subject on all the radio shows and all that, but it was really split down the middle. And then she came back and did another one, and was like, "In kind, I still love us for real. You're not going to sway my viewpoint, and I still love you. But this is what I feel. I feel like we as a people got to do better. So the conversation, the phrase respectability politics, I kept seeing online because everybody is a genius on social media. Everybody has just degrees upon degrees, life coaches, personnel management. I have a degree in, you might meet somebody. I have a degree in words. Oh, okay, that's what's up. So I was like, let me define it first. So let's go here. There are a couple people I get into these conversations. Russ Green, comedian. My guy that came on and talked about guns one day, Joe, out in the Midwest. He's a respectability politics expert, and I be having a time trying to understand what it is. So let's go to the definition first. Now this is from a published piece, and so this is one person's contextual definition of what respectability politics is and what respectability narratives are. Wait a minute. So let me go back. Here's a quick phrase if you want to catch up. In-group policing. I like that one. It's how we police ourselves and why. So, where'd it go? Origins. Okay. Respectability politics, a school of thought that utilizes respectability narratives as the basis for enacting social, political, and legal change. Respectability narratives are representations of marginalized individuals meant to depict them as sharing similar traits, values, and morals that align with the dominant group's definition of respectability. Long story short, if you're on one side of this issue, you believe that Black people need to act a certain way in public. If you're on the other side of this issue, you believe can't nobody tell me how I need to be presenting myself in public. And so the argument, the deeper part of the argument, it does have layers, but I wanted to know what side you were on, because the larger part of the argument is, if you feel the second way, your argument is you're trying to hold me to a standard. Whose standard? In this country, the American standard of presentability is a European standard. So since I'm woke, I'm of the generation of wokeness, I reject that notion. So if I feel like I want to leave the house with a bonnet on, either to protect my hairstyle or it's just an extreme level of comfort, I should be allowed to do that without you treating me less than or saying I'm not meeting some kind of standard. The first way is there's a level of presentation, decorum, etiquette that should follow you as a civil adult when you leave the house. First thing we used to say, was said to us, our generation, act like you got home training. So it's wild because this is another one of these divided Black people generational issues that I could really kind of see both sides, though. That's the scary. Because the whole bonnet thing, right? The people that were coming out defending it was Black women who were like, hey, man, Monique, they was really going hard, because you can do that on social media. They really going hard at her. And they were like, ain't you the same one that blah, 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 blah. They was going personal. But some of the legitimate responses were that I saw, TikTok and other places, was like, hey, man, I just caught a 9-hour flight to France to go to the Gucci store. And I got this $1,800 hair in my head. I'm going to put a bonnet on. And it's a night flight. So when I get on the plane, I'm going to sleep in pajamas. But then you had other people on the other side. And I was like, okay, I feel that. But then you had other people who was like, whose page did I see? I see it was either DL or Earthquake. And everybody, there was not one person that disagreed. It was like 15,000 comments. And they all was like, yeah, Black folks, we got to do better. And we got to use a certain way you leave your house. And you look like you don't come from nothing. But then you got to ask yourself, according to whose standard? How we was raised? Or how people look at you? Because everything that tells you nowadays is don't worry about what people think. So it's like conflicting. What's the standard? Whose standard is it? And how do you meet it? All right, let's go to pulling a cutie pie from the peanut gallery, the nigga section. Welcome to the program.
Hey, what's going on?
What side are you on?
So I agree with Monique. However, because I agree with her doesn't mean I can tell someone else that they're wrong for coming out with pajamas and a bonnet. And what I mean by that is, if they do that and they feel like that's okay for them. Now, in my mind, if I'm at the airport and I see it, am I going to judge them? Yes. I'm going to be like, oh my God, they came out the house like this. Yeah, I'm going to judge them. I'm going, into my mind, I'll be like, oh God, I can't believe they came out the house like. But should I do it personally? No, I shouldn't. I was raised better.
What do you mean? To do it, to exhibit it, or call it out?
No,
Which
no,
one
I mean, I'm not going to go out to the airport or in public, period, with pajamas on or a bonnet on my head. Now, there is a side caveat to that because, yes, I have gotten on the road to go see family and it's like a 7 or 8 hour trip and I'm in the car. I might have a scarf on, but I'll put like a hat on over it. You're not going to see me with no big bonnet, flowery bonnet, and some pajama tops or something like that. But that is to save my hair in the car. When I get out of the car, if I'm going in the gas station, I rip it off. But that's just me. Everybody that, some people be like, man, whatever. I'm going into the gas station, the McDonald's or whatever you stop and get something to eat. They're going to still have that rag on. Not me. I snatch mine off. And then when I get back in the car, I put it back on. But the airport, that's a no-no for me. Now, some people think that they want, and it's fine if that's what they think, they want to be as comfortable as possible on that flight. Right. I get that. I understand that totally. And once again, once I get on that flight and that flight gets moving, I might put my scarf on. When that flight lands, I'm pulling it back off. But that's just me. But
do you think that there's too much put on this whole notion of respectability politics now? Because now that I've seen the definition, I get the concept. I understand you're telling a marginalized group that they should continue to meet the standards of the group that has marginalized them.
So that's deep. That's a deep conversation. We probably don't have, we got 4 minutes.
I don't need you to clock my time. But continue.
No, the reason, okay, so that's kind of hard to get into because people that push you into that group, like you gotta act a certain way, look a certain way, for who?
Right.
That's the question. For who?
Right, but that's the point.
Right. But the for who is the public, and we're under scrutiny as a Black people anyway. So you're talking about, you got people looking at you, you got your Karens, you got your Kevins that are like, see, that's why they act the way they act. Look at how they go out. Look how they go out in public. Look at how they act. Look at what they wear.
Right. But we're still hung up on basing it as if they are the standard. And students or proponents of respectability politics is saying that's not right. Like, let's just stay with bonnet. What is actually wrong with the bonnet? It is a head covering that protects your hair.
It's something that you wear to go to sleep. It's something that you wear. It's like night clothes.
Well, there are some cultures where their regular clothes look like night clothes. So what are we saying to when we see the Punjabis or the Sikhs or whatever and their attire that looks like
that's outerwear. That's a difference. That's outerwear. That's not sleepwear. See, a bonnet is considered sleepwear.
To who? That's the point. That's where it gets tricky. Is that's the crux. That's what I'm trying to say. To who? To whose standard? So I tell you. So my younger frat brothers who are in college right now, and we're a lot of times we have to be the voice of reason, try to mentor them. So they like the do-rag is back. The do-rag is back. I don't know. I don't know if it's rappers or Instagram. I don't know. The do-rag is back, and they be wearing do-rags with suits and taking pictures.
Oh wow, I didn't see that trend.
And we be like, yeah. that? And they're like, nah, this is where we at. You just old. And we like, it's not an age thing, it's just presentation. And then they like, nah, see, that's the thing. You falling into the Eurocentric standard of, scrutinizing your own kind and using their standard as justification. And I was like, this is recent. And I was like, it sounds smart, but it's dumb. You know what I'm saying? Again, they got a degree in words, but I get the point. So when you do beyond sagging pants, that's absolutely ridiculous. But flying on planes, I remember my old boss used to tell me, put a suit on when flying on planes, and I would never do it. And it just something about it didn't sit right with me. I wanted to be comfortable. I didn't feel like, that needed to be done. But I get the argument about being viewed in the context of the society that we all live in and are a part of. I get that. But at the same time, whose standard? But like, even with being at work and being culturally, let's say I was at work and I wore a Nehru, one of them Indian tops or one of them Cuban tops or whatever, where a suit is required. A suit is a customary European item of clothing that I may not subscribe to. I wore a dashiki in my wedding. So who's standard, and why is it that we continue at generation after generation, and we're supposed to be woke, try to meet and match up with that standard? That's the question.
Whoever makes the money makes the standard.
Oh, okay.
So who's the money people? Who's making who does society look to as the model, the standard?
Hey, Dina, call back. I see you dropped the call. Call back.
European.
That's a good point. Okay.
What say you?
So because we're in America and they are the ruling class, we are subject to their notions of decorum and etiquette.
Absolutely.
Then that's problematic.
Oh, it most definitely is.
Then he was right.
Most definitely. He was right what he said.
He was right when he said what he said then. So he was right about Monique. Man, that's tragic. Hold on. Let's go to Dina. Welcome to the program. Let's go live.
Hello, it's Dina. I was gonna say, listen, I have one rule. Anything that touches my bed, I don't wear outside. But just because the things that I don't do, I am not going to criticize other people, or I'm damn sure not going to tell another Black person not to do that. But my thing is, we're always criticized, but we drive the market, we drive the fashion industry. Right. So everything that that was considered ghetto by us, look, the Kardashians literally took our ghetto-ness and made it into $1 billion industry for themselves.
Right.
So Cutie Pie said, she said, whoever makes the money drives the rules. What we do, they take it and repackage it back to us. So aren't we the dictators of this? Can't we tell them? I'm just, I don't know. I agree with Monique, but I'm not going to tell somebody what not to do.
But why wouldn't you though? If you're in a position of influence, isn't it, what's the thing? It takes a village. Shouldn't we be the ones, Big Mama, to tell y'all acting up in the street? You know what I'm saying? Don't embarrass me. Wouldn't she
Isn't the younger generation the influence? Aren't they the ones that push the needle? Each generation behind us drives the culture.
Okay.
A lot of times nowadays, though, that village thing, everybody doesn't take your advice.
Yeah, right. That's what we're saying.
Like the same way we used to. That's why a lot of people are coming for Monique. They think she's out of touch. She's old. Who are you to tell me? You used to do this when you were, now you acting all brand new. But because I deal with young females, I can come off and say some things and be in teacher mode, but out in the street is different. If I'm in front of my class, one thing I can say, well, you might not want to do this in public. You might not want to talk like that. That's not what a young lady does. But if I see somebody on the street and they cussing like a sailor and they're a teenager, I don't go up to them anymore. Now, I might have done that 20 years ago. Yeah, I'm old. I might have done that 20 years ago, but I don't do that now because they're gonna cuss me out or had a mother come and look for me.
Well, yeah, because there's no.
That was the thing. That was the strategy. Monique didn't come and pull them by this and say, "Come here, sweet babies," as she said. You're doing it privately and having a heart to heart. She went out in the public. A hit dog will holler, and that's why I can't be offended.
Yeah.
That's my thing. So sometimes I have locks and I wear the head wraps and stuff like that, but I try to coordinate it. But I'm sure I'm being judged by that. So, there's nothing so I understand what Cutie Pie is saying. You pull your people to the side and say, you might not want to do that because you may get treated differently, even though we're going to be treated differently regardless, but it may be worse. She didn't do that. She didn't, it was maybe, I don't want to say it wasn't tactful because she had tact, but I don't know. People like to be upset also.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, that part too.
Yeah.
I appreciate you. Thanks for the call.
Thank you.
Yeah, that's a tough one for a number of reasons. Even the part about her, being so mild mannered and auntie with it, but people do like, to hide behind the keyboard and be mad at everything. And there's a lack of respect for elders anyway.
Yeah, big time.
In our culture anyway.
Big time.
So it was, but it's funny. Haynes said, who was my old boss that wanted me to wear suits on planes? Was it Steve Harvey? No, but close. It was Russ Parr. So kind of one and the same. They had the same hat dealer. And by hat dealer, I mean toupee. So what's that? Yeah. Hey, it's 2021. I survived the pandemic. I ain't got to watch my step no more. So yeah, but that's an interesting thing, and it's still going, and it's brought up a lot of other conversations about respectability politics. That's why I wanted to bring it to y'all to see where y'all stand, because that conversation about how you should be black in public is a real thing, and it's a source of division amongst us, because you got the loud and boastful crowd shunning the old head quiet crowd, and vice versa. So that's a difficult pickle, and I don't think no other culture deals with that. About that, I don't think they had those same issues. I feel like it's manufactured, but it's sad either way. But I appreciate you for jumping on and giving us your perspective. Go do something. All right, let's go back for immediate fact checking with Mr. Clarkson, Studio G.
Check your email. I think I've been able to find an archive fact of why we are very sensitive about the hair bonnet issue. Just check your email real quick.
Okay.
I was able to locate this. Very important. Should be shared with our viewers.
Okay. Hold on a minute.
All right.
This is a great article. I think I've seen this before.
Yeah. Same time for rolling.
Okay. There's a great piece of information here. Let's go to. This kind of puts it in context. Oh, where'd it go? All right. That's pretty much the origins. Mr. Clarkson, yeah, come through for the big finish. All right, y'all. Yeah, man. So that's conversations, of course, we can continue at a future time, because we're gonna see more of it. It ain't over, because they clapping, she clapping back. So there's that. But hey, man, good to be back. Good to see y'all. I'm glad everything is well. Everybody's still on the up and up. Appreciate y'all, man. Fun show. It went by fast. And we'll see y'all Friday, man. All Fun and Games with John Watson returns on behalf of everybody that made today's show possible. I appreciate you. Make sure you tell somebody. You never know. Oh, and we're gonna Friday we're gonna have some fun. Get loose. I don't know if y'all paid attention, but we've reached a year. It's been a year, a tumultuous year at that. So we got a year under our belt, and I think it's time for some minor adjustments to the show. We might want to get out of Tiny Closet Studios and be in a real situation. So You know, there's some things on the table we're looking at. We're trying to man on the street. You know what I'm saying? Flipping the look a little bit. I might even change the shirt. You know what I'm saying? Change the background. And so, yeah, in honor of our year. So to all the people that have been there since the beginning, I salute you. I'm about to go eat. Y'all have a good evening. Oh, Money Wheel. I got you covered, Jay Lee. You on there. It's only like 140. I've been slow walking it, so it's like 140, 150. Couple other people added yesterday, but no, I got you. I got you. Wait a minute, let me respond to the first time that you said it. I got you. All right, let me respond to the second time that you said it. I got you. And the third, fourth, and fifth time that you said it. I got you. You on there. Money Wheel Friday. Back at it. Like we never left. All right, I'll see y'all in a minute, man. Be safe.
Man, I'm just working.
Wrong one.
I don't care if it is a closet. You still looking mad official.